Hello guys, welcome to yet another wonderful session of learning with Prep Class. My name is Tutor Olalekon Israel, your Prep Class English tutor, and I am super excited to have you join me in today's session of learning. Now in today's session, we will be answering questions from the WAEC English 2016 past question. We will be answering questions 1 to 5. Remember, the purpose of this session is to help you prepare for your forthcoming WAEC examination. So, without wasting much time, kindly subscribe to this channel, turn on the post notification so you can be notified whenever we upload any new content. Alright, let's begin. Now for questions 1 to 5, there is an instruction. The instruction reads, in each of the following sentences, there is one underlined word and one gap. In each of the following sentences, there is one underlined word and one gap. From the list of words lettered A to D, choose the one that is most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word and that will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. From the list of words lettered A to D, choose the one that is most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word and that will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Alright, question 1. The road which used to be wide now appears dash because of the new drainage. The road which used to be wide now appears dash because of the new drainage. The underlined word here is wide. So we have to select the option that is the most nearly opposite in meaning to wide and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Option A, winding. Option B, limited. Option C, narrow. Option D, reduced. So, which of these options is the most nearly opposite in meaning to wide and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence? Now, wide means to be of great or more than average width, to be broad, extensive and spacious. To be of great or more than average width. So, the road used to be broad, it used to be extensive, the road was spacious, but now it appears dash because of the new drainage. A drainage has been constructed on the road. So the road is appearing how? How is the road appearing? Option A, winding. Winding refers to a twisting movement or course. A twisting movement or course. Limited. Limited means to be restricted in size, amount or extent, to be few, small or short, to be tight. Narrow. Narrow means less wide or to make less wide. To make something that was wide less wide. To be of small width. Now, the most nearly opposite in meaning to wide is narrow. Wide means to be of great or more than average width. Narrow means what? To be less wide or to make something less wide. To be of small width. So because of the new drainage that was constructed on the road now appears narrow. The drainage has taken up some space. It is not reduced. Reduced means to make smaller or less in amount, degree or size. The road could not be made smaller. It could only be made narrow. It could appear narrow. So the road which used to be wide now appears narrow because of the new drainage. So the answer to this question is option C. Narrow is the most nearly opposite in meaning to wide. Alright, moving on, question 2. In the past, any person who angered the gods was made to dash them. In the past, any person who angered the gods was made to dash them. The underlined word here is angered. So we are to select the option that is the most nearly opposite in meaning to angered and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Option A, appease. Option B, reward. Option C, settle. Option D, beg. So which of these options is the most nearly opposite in meaning to angered? Now, angered means to provoke, to annoy. So in the past, any person who annoyed, any person who provoked the gods was made to dash them. The most nearly opposite in meaning to angered is option A, appease. Appease means to bring to a state of peace, a state of quiet, a state of ease, a state of calm or contentment. Appease means to pacify, to soothe. Now, if you try to appease someone, you try to stop them from being angry. So, in the past, any person who angered the gods was made to appease them. When you try to appease someone, you try to stop them from being angry by giving them what they want. So, the most nearly opposite meaning to anger is appease. It is not reward. A reward is a thing given in recognition of service, effort, or achievement. It is not settled. Settle means to resolve or reach an agreement about or to sort out, to pay or clear a debt. It is not beg. Beg means to ask someone earnestly or humbly for something. The most nearly opposite meaning to anger is appease. Anger means to provoke or to annoy. To appease means to pacify. To try to stop someone from being angry by giving them what they want. So, the most nearly opposite meaning to anger is option A, appease. Alright, moving on, question 3. Question 3 reads, rather than being sensitive to the plight of the workers, the manager remained dash. Rather than being sensitive to the plight of the workers, the manager remained dash. The underlined word here is sensitive. So we have to select the option that is the most nearly opposite meaning to sensitive, and will at the same time correctly fill the gap in this sentence. Option A, disdainful. Option B, curious. Option C, negligent. Option D, indifferent. So which of these options is the most nearly opposite in meaning to sensitive? What does the word sensitive mean? Now, sensitive means to be easily hurt or damaged, especially easily hurt emotionally. Now, sensitive also means to be delicately aware of the attitudes and feelings of others. To be delicately aware and concerned about the attitudes and feelings of others, rather than being sensitive. Rather than being aware of the plight of the workers, the manager remained dash. Option A, disdain. Disdain means showing contempt or lack of respect. Option B, curious. Curious means to be eager to know or learn something. Option C, negligent. Negligent means failing to take proper care over something. It means not being careful or giving enough attention to people or things that are your responsibility. I will go over that again. Negligent means not being careful or giving enough attention to people or things that are your responsibility. Now, indifferent. Indifferent means not thinking about or interested in someone or something. Now, the answer to this question is option C, negligent. Rather than being sensitive to the plight of the workers. Now, sensitive means to be delicately aware of the attitudes and feelings of others. To be concerned about the attitudes and feelings of others. So, the manager was not concerned about the attitude and feeling of his workers. He was not sensitive. He wasn't paying attention to their attitudes and feelings. Now, the opposite meaning to sensitive is negligent. Because negligent means not being careful or giving enough attention. When you're not giving enough attention, you are not aware. So, it means not giving enough attention to the people or things that are your responsibility. The workers are the responsibility of the manager. So, rather than being sensitive to the plight of the workers, the manager remained negligent. He didn't pay attention to their plight. The manager was not sensitive, he was negligent. Alright, moving on to the next question, question 4. A keen student makes progress, but the dash one hardly does well. A keen student makes progress, but the dash one hardly does well. The underlined word here is keen. So we have to select the option that is the most nearly opposite in meaning to keen. Option A, inactive. Option B, lowly. Option C, nervous. Option D, reluctant. Now, keen means having or showing eagerness or enthusiasm. A keen student is an enthusiastic student because keen means having or showing eagerness or enthusiasm. So which of these options is the most nearly opposite in meaning to keen? Option A, inactive. Inactive means not engaging in or involving in any or much physical activity. So when you are inactive, you are not performing anything. Option B, lowly. Lowly means to be low in status or importance, to be humble. Option C, nervous. Nervous means having or showing feelings of being worried and afraid about what might happen. Option D, reluctant. Reluctant means feeling or showing aversion. Aversion means dislike. Feeling or showing aversion, hesitation, or unwillingness. Now, the opposite in meaning to keen is reluctant. When you are keen, you are eager and enthusiastic, you are passionate. But when you are reluctant, you are unwilling. You're not passionate. So a keen student makes progress, but the reluctant one hardly does well. So the most nearly opposite in meaning to keen is option D, reluctant. Alright, moving on, question 5. Unlike you, I thought the message was quite not ambiguous. Unlike you, I thought the message was quite not ambiguous. The underlined word here is ambiguous. So we are to select the option that is the most nearly opposite in meaning to ambiguous. Option A, reasonable. Option B, clear. Option C, apt. Option D, persuasive. Now, ambiguous means not clear or decided. When you say something is ambiguous, when a message is ambiguous, it is not clear or decided. It means open to more than one interpretation, not having one obvious meaning. So it can be interpreted in different ways. It is not clear. Now, option A, reasonable. Reasonable means to be sensible, to be logical, having sound judgment, to be fair and sensible. The most nearly opposite in meaning to ambiguous is option B, clear. Clear means easy to perceive, understand, or interpret. When the message is clear, it is easy to perceive and understand. It is easy to interpret. But when the message is ambiguous, it is not clear. It is not easy to interpret because it appears like it has numerous interpretations. So the most nearly opposite in meaning to ambiguous is clear. It is not apt. Apt means appropriate or suitable in the circumstances. It is not persuasive. Persuasive means to be convincing. Good at persuading someone to do or believe something through reasoning or the use of temptation. So, the most nearly opposite in meaning to ambiguous is clear. Remember, ambiguous means not clear or decided. Clear means easy to perceive, understand, or interpret. Clear, easy to perceive, understand, or interpret. So the answer to this question is option B. Alright, and with that we've come to the end of this wonderful session. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button. Do not forget to drop your questions in the comment section. Also share this content with your friends and loved ones. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.